we are with Ricardo Hombre-Elfo, Richard Elfman.
Ricardo Hombre-Elfo, Richard Elfman, de Los Angeles.
Nice to meet you.
Gracias.
Here in Cannes, you have announced that your next 3 films will be shot with Auro 3D audio, isn't it?
Yes, I'm very excited about it. My next film is Forbidden Zone 2.
Yeah.
I did a little musical a long time ago with my brother Danny Elfman, the composer.
Yeah.
And it was one of those things that it kept a success over the years. It's more popular now than it was ages ago when we did it. So we're doing a sequel that's just as crazy, but a little bigger. It's a fantasy film with a lot of music and dance. I have to warn the audience that it's going to be sexy and outrageous, so be careful. There's an underworld, and there's a princess with the most beautiful, voluptuous body you could ever imagine, and the face of a monster, and she captures and attacks men. So you must be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah, you must be very careful.
We're being careful now.
So I just discovered Auro 3D.
Yeah.
And something that I've just discovered through this education is we hear sound from above, but we don't get it from our sound systems. So in the same way of what stereo is to mono, what 5.1 is to stereo, Auro 3D is to 5.1. And it doesn't matter what I say, you have to hear it and then you believe it.
Yeah.
Now the music in my film, there'll be 3 types of music. There'll be original songs by my brother Danny Elfman. There'll be older songs by artists like Duke Ellington and Bob Wills. And then there'll be the original score. So the new songs that we're recording, we can record in Auro 3D to begin with. And then they have a technology also that the older songs can be remixed into the new thing, and it's just more dynamic.
Okay, so there is not such a big difference between the old songs and the new songs?
Well, ideally, with the new song, they've got all the different tracks, and that gives them more tools to deal with. But I brought them some music just as a test. And it's the same as like if you have a stereo and then somebody remixes it in 5.1, it sounds more dynamic, you enjoy it more. This is the same difference of 5.1 to stereo. The Auro 3D, it's just, you feel it, it's just warmer. You have a more emotional attachment to it.
Sure.
I mean, you just saw the sample.
Yes. I thought it was raining over me, but only because of the sound.
And also, you heard the organ, too.
Yeah, the organ. I was on charge.
But so, the other thing that happened is my mind started changing a little bit how I'm going to shoot the film. I have a daughter-in-law, Jenna Elfman. I don't know if you had the show in Spain, Dharma and Greg. I think you did. It might have had a different name.
Yeah.
Jenna Elfman.
Sure, I don't remember.
She starred in a number of movies.
Yeah.
My daughter-in-law.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
The Elfman family is inside.
Yes. So before she was an actress, she was a dancer. She danced twice on the Academy Awards. A very good dancer. And my brother Danny did a show for the Cirque du Soleil, this show called Eaters, and I got to meet them very well. And so they're going to do an aerial ballet for Jenna that's going to be a comic, kind of the ballet of the chicken. Not quite, better than Swan Lake, the ballet of the chicken. A little bit of Fokine, a little bit of Petit Pas, But anyway, so when she's flying around, I wasn't going to give her any sound, but now I'm going to give her sound, because with Auro 3D, I can move her across the ceiling. Okay, I have because my film it's not $100 million movie with airplanes and rocket ships and whatever. It's a fantasy film. I'm doing some Irish dancing, but now they're going to jump over the camera. Because like you saw, you could, because just like you could move the camera, you can move the sound.
Sure.
Wilfried. Okay, just what I just realized.
Yeah.
This is the way to describe it. Previously, we could only move the camera. Now I can move the sound. It's true. No, I this is what my mind was doing, but I only described it right now.
That's right, yeah.
Is we can move the sound, just like we can move the camera. What a tool for directors to have. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Now, do you know that he played that organ that you just heard?
Yeah.
This is the inventor.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Yeah, that's a fantastic slogan, Richard.
We can move the sound.
Yeah. It's always
Before I could, for 100 years, we could move the camera. Now we can move the sound.
But hey, Antonio's already seen that one. Ah, yeah, okay, perfect.
Converted.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, sir. Converted,
Yeah. I was explaining how even with my modest film, without the airplanes or the rocket ships or whatever, just with dancers, I can still, like when I have Jenna doing her Cirque du Soleil thing on wires, by giving her some sound, we can move it. And even for people who don't see it in theaters, you can easily upgrade your sound system, which I changed it if you look at that little article. Yeah. It just, if you have 5.1, you add 4 little speakers, bang, you've got it. Mm-hmm. And anybody with headphones can get it.
Yeah.
That's
so
the.
we have our technology in headphones as well, so you can have the same experience just in headphones.
Yeah, scientifically, I don't know how that's possible, but as I mean, I accept it as a musician.
You have headphones? You have your mobile phone headphones? Maybe we'll do the demo later. You can
Okay.
hear it. It's very comprehensive.
Not with me. They're back in my room. We're doing this. This is for Spain.
Ah, to Spain. Okay.
I'm from Spain, from Madrid.
Okay, good. Okay.
I've seen the demo. It was impressive.
It's already in here.
Well, like we were talking about, like the beginning of the Planet of the Apes. You think you need an umbrella, or the sensation of leaving the organ, or being there, the difference in the city when what you said, that we hear not only on the horizontal plane but also from above.
Well, this is something Wilfried explained that to me before I saw the demonstration, and then it's one of those things that it never occurred to me.
Yeah.
You know, just like a society that doesn't have the wheel, and then you show them a wheel. Well, of course, but you know, of course, we hear sound like this.
Yeah, but as you say, if you don't have a $100 million budget, I guess for your production will be $99 million, let's say. But you can work with sound and produce more effects. Like you have to do it with an image.
In my comic Irish dance numbers, now they're going to be jumping over the camera, clicking their heels.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know airplanes.
Yeah, but sometimes the most, let's say, the most simple things are sometimes the most different, like just a dialogue.
Okay, so
Oh, and now I'll be doing a Spanish version.
no,
Por mis amigos en España y otro país.
don't worry, we can subtitle this. But as you said, it changes the way that you think of your film, isn't it? Because there are some, and not only concerning the sound, but also what you're going to shoot with the images.
Yeah, that didn't have. That took me a week. It's first I saw the thing,
Yeah.
and then it was all of a sudden, hey, I mean, I don't have an unlimited budget where I can just put cameras everywhere, but there are a few things I could do in each scene that will give me something, you know, like an extra camera angle or two that I can edit together to use this tool. I mean, from editing,
Yeah.
it's just another. It's like another dimension that I didn't have.
So
I remember an episode
I've
of
already copied the
I think
article
it's a
for me to
TV
put it
film.
together.
I was watching with my mother and I said,
But what else
you see,
is
there is no helicopter. She said, there isn't? No. It was the sound of the helicopter that was sounding, but I don't know if they don't have money for a helicopter, but there was no. So I think, from especially from fantasy films, horror films, sometimes the sound gives you more than the images, and usually it's cheaper
Yeah, yeah.
because the sound creates reality more powerful than I think the images.
Yeah, although I have some fantastic, I have somebody in my art department that you might be familiar with, Salvador Dali.
With sorry?
Salvador Dali is in my art department.
Sure.
Because I'm a fantasy film, for some of my backgrounds I'm taking Van Gogh, I'm taking Dali, and then putting characters in front of it. I'll give you my card and you can see a video clip with just some little demonstrations. Well, or I can even show you on the computer right here.
Okay. Do you have a release date or?
No, it's
I think you're feeding me, and that's
my brother and my daughter-in-law. I have to work around her television schedule and my brother's production schedule. So we'll probably shoot it at the end of the year. It's all shot on a soundstage, so it doesn't matter the weather.
Oh, yeah.
back to mom.
And it'll come out next year.
Yeah, and I have pictures from the night.
Maybe in Cannes this time.
Oh, sure. We can give them the idea.
And
Yours are better.
if I play it in Sitges, I'll invite you.
Please let us know because we'll be
Yeah.
we'll be there.
It's very nice, though.
Yeah, sure. It's okay. So,
And then stay up all night at the parties in Barcelona.
oh,
It's
sure.
it's
That's a whole different thing. Okay, so thank you very much. Best of wishes with your next films. The first one will be Forbidden Zone 2, isn't it?
yes.
But you have the plan for another films?
I have two other films, but for right now it's Forbidden Zone 2
Okay.
we're focusing on.
Okay. And see you soon. Thank you.
Thank you.